involved in all this. Forgive me for being a little personal. He knows a great deal or something of all that. But all these things are like a pleasant day or a lovely afternoon that pass away, and they have utterly no importance whatsoever. What is important, most essential, not these mysterious things which are not mysterious at all. One is very sensitive, both physically and has a very, very quiet, silent mind, brain, and all the other things are possible. And what is possible can be understood and transcended. What is to find out, that which is timeless, which is beyond measure, is much more important than to indulge in these childish things. And also, we ought to talk over together what is discipline. Why human beings more and more have no sense of order. Please, this is not a sermon which becomes a bore. The speaker is not telling you what to do or what to think, but to observe together, to see things as they are, not as you or the speaker wishes, to see exactly, correctly, directly, things as they are. We live in a very disordered world, chaotic, contradictory, cruel world. And this has been the result of long 40,000 years of evolution. And we have come to this chaotic state. And in observing that, what is order? Is there any order at all? Or must man, human beings, live perpetually in disorder, not only externally, but also inwardly? Disorder, which seems to be our lot. To think clearly, objectively, it seems almost impossible. Because each one of us wants his own particular way, his own fulfillment, his own ambition, and so on. So, what is order, and what is the relationship of that to discipline? The word discipline etymologically means a disciple who learns. It comes from the word disciple. A disciple is one who is learning, not conforming, not repeating, not repeating slogans, but constantly learning. So what do we mean by learning? When you go to school, college, university, you learn from books, from the professors, from the teachers, and memorize. That memory is necessary up to a certain point to have a vocation, a job. Either one uses that memory skillfully or sloppily. So, learning, so far as we understand it generally, is to memorize. You read a book about mathematics or computers, what you like, what you will, and memorize from that act. So it becomes mechanical. So is there a learning? Please inquire with the speaker. He's asking the friend who is walking along, taking the journey together. He's asking him, what is actually learning? Is it merely memory operating, accumulation of a great deal of information, knowledge about various subjects which have their own discipline, their own way, and gradually the brain follows certain categories, certain grooves, and so those grooves and categories and specializations become a means of accumulating knowledge, memory, and operating from that memory. This is what we call learning. But learning is also implies a constant movement, a brain that is not only burdened with knowledge of mathematics, geography, history, or computer and so on, but also the brain must be active, inquiring, questioning, doubting. And through this process, there is a never I'm finding the right word. There is never static state. Knowledge becomes static when you have accumulated a great deal. It becomes repetitive, static. But learning is a movement. And therefore it's never static, it's living. This, one must understand this very carefully, because each one of us, the self, the me, the persona, what you will call, what you like, whatever name you give to this psyche, is a bundle of memories. We may think we are great spiritual entities.